The world of 1751 was flat, rigid, and monochrome. Within the strict, clean borders of the panel, Benjamin Franklin sat at his desk. His quill scratched methodically, laying down black ink on white parchment. He wrote of a continent scrubbed clean, a blank slate for a new people, describing its current inhabitants as a tawny race that darkened the people and could never be truly American. But the ink did not lie still. On the page, the words savage and ignorant began to bleed and swirl. The letters warped, pulling together into a vortex of dark energy. From the center of the ink stain, a face began to form, its eyes burning with an ancient light, looking directly out from the page. A hand, woven from vibrant, flowing energy, tore through the parchment. It ripped not just the paper, but the very border of the panel itself, shattering the rigid black line into jagged, chaotic fragments. The tear revealed a glimpse of a modern art studio, a digital tablet, a coffee cup, before the hand reached out into Franklin's world. The rest of the being followed, pulling itself through the hole in reality. The Moundmane unfolded into the study, a being of pure, fluid energy. Its presence warped the room, bending the straight lines of the bookshelves and casting a cascade of impossible colors into the monochrome world. "You write of shadows," a voice echoed, from a room with no windows. Franklin scrambled back, his chair crashing to the floor. "Apparition. What conjuration is this?" he stammered, his scientific mind racing for a rational explanation that would not come. He held his hands up, a futile gesture against a living idea. "I am the observation you chose to omit," the Moundmane stated. Its speech bubble was not a simple oval of text, but a flowing, organic shape. Inside it, instead of just words, a scene played out. A vibrant image of black and brown indigenous people building a great earthen mound, their community alive with purpose and ceremony. "Lies, deceptions," Franklin shouted, gathering his scattered pages. He held them up, a shield of documented truth. "I have observed these lands. They are populated by scattered tribes, devoid of art or science." The Moundmane's next speech bubble engulfed the scene. "Your observation was a verdict," it boomed, and the bubble's image expanded, dissolving the study. They stood in a vision of a bustling city of mounds, its streets filled with people of all shades, trading, debating, and charting the stars from atop their earthen pyramids. The art was a fusion of ancient indigenous motifs and modern street art. The vision swirled around Franklin, a hurricane of history he had deliberately ignored. He saw the faces of the people he had erased from his narrative, their eyes meeting his across the centuries. The manuscript pages slipped from his grasp, the ink running like tears on the floor. The vision receded, the study snapping back into its rigid form, but the color from the Moundmane's presence remained, staining the monochrome world. "You weren't a scientist, Ben," the spirit said, its final speech bubble containing only the image of a cracked mirror reflecting Franklin's face. "You were a demographic architect of an illusion,